I read this twice this morning, and this one was a little confusing. So I'm going to share it, and we'll see what we get.
I'm
it
excited
says,
now.
Dear Freak Show, I've been hanging out for like 4 months with a girl. It's casual fun, but I'm still doing my thing, if you know what I mean. Somebody came over after a late night and left panties at my house. This is not the person I think that he's kicking it with, just to be clear. Left panties at my house. She came out of the bathroom dressed, and we got an Uber for her, and then I passed out. My girl came over early the next morning from work and kind of surprised me. So I'm talking to her and stripping my bed because obviously she caught me in the middle of doing my laundry. I pulled the sheets and pow, a pair of panties hit the floor. Silence, then all hell broke out and we ended up breaking up. Before you judge me, in my defense, she told me I don't want to do this with anyone else, and I said me either. She says that meant that we were exclusive, but I think that it just meant that I don't want to, so don't make me do this with anybody else. And we've been dry lately, so I didn't see the big issue. But anyway, I lost a good one. Is it just me, or are friends with benefits petty times 10 these days? Other than inspecting people to make sure that they're wearing all of their stuff that they came to your house with, how do you dodge this kind of setup if people are out there plotting against you? Just a little advice. Stop rolling your eyes, Meredith. Thanks, G. Okay, G. First of all, Meredith isn't here today, so you just got us.
Yeah, you got lucky.
So you don't get the eye rolls, but it sounds like, as I'm reading it again, it sounds like he wants advice on how not to get busted, which is going to make a lot of people happy, but more people disappointed in us to be helping him along with this kind of dirtbaggingness.
Oh, this is a hard one, too, because I mean, if he wasn't doing laundry, like, you could say a lot of things. You could be like, oh, the laundry lady must have mixed her stuff in with mine.
Stop. Okay, we're not doing that. All right, we're going to act like we're adults because ain't nobody going to buy that. Basically, here's the deal. The laundry thing, I'm glad you're not a dirtbag, because pretty much if you're pulling your sheets because your girl showed up, that means at least you're not trying to let her roll around
lay in the
and
remnants.
whatever else remnants are there. So that's a plus for you. What isn't is that you didn't do your due diligence. I don't believe it. I don't want people to think I'm endorsing this part. I'm just going to say, in the past, if you've had some sort of instance like this, you probably want to do an assessment of your place. You probably don't want to do it at your place if you got a girl, if you're being clear.
Sure.
If you are a player, I know some people who have entertainment houses like a pool or whatever, so they wanted to go down at their house. If you are one of those people who have to make it your spot, assess your place first. That'd probably be the only thing that I would say. Make sure you know what is in your house, because ladies do leave stuff behind. A scrunchie get left on your nightstand, and it ain't your girl's scrunchie.
Yeah.
Guess what?
You got caught lacking.
Because you're going to see it and think, oh, that's my girl's scrunchie, ain't no big deal, and you're going to get busted. But if you pregame the right way, go around your house and look around, you would have seen that scrunchie and known it was your girl's. So when you know what I'm saying? So you got to the lay of the land is part of the whole thing, to be a single and dating kind of guy without drama.
If this is the game that you're going to play and you're going to have other females come to your house, you need to do the checklist before before
they get
leaves.
there.
No, before the other chick leaves, you need the checklist. Hey, you got everything you came with? Do you have your underwear? Do you have your bra? Do you have your pants?
No,
do you have your scrunchies? Do you have your bag? You need to do the checklist before she leaves. You have to. Because the first thing you do when you get up off that bed and you're done with the deed, the first thing you're supposed to do is hand her underwear. That's the first thing.
Wait, I mean, but okay.
No, that's the first.
Well, I don't understand.
What is the first thing she asks for every time?
What do you mean what she asked for?
When you're done doing the deed and you're like, all right, you're about to start getting ready to. What is the first thing she always asks for?
A towel?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, but the underwear, she always asks for the underwear first. When she's getting ready to get dressed again, she's like, oh, where are my underwear? Because they always get lost somehow. Always.
Okay, but
she planted those.
Well, of course, he said petty, so I'm assuming that she did plant them. But what he said was she came out of the bathroom dressed, and then they got her an Uber. So, like, in essence, you want to frisk her? Like, hey, up against the wall. You got your panties. No. It's supposed to be some honor among thieves. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I guess he's calling it petty, because he's like, these people out here plotting against you, trying to get you caught up, probably so they can pull you away from this girl who you're not seeing as your girlfriend. But as somebody just pointed out, he said she was his girl. If she was his girl, how did she become friends with benefits? I think the friends with benefits was the girl who came on the late night. Just to get you some clarity right there.
Well, to him was the friends with benefits. To her, it feels like she thought it was a relationship.
Somebody said you can't do it before she leaves the house, because sometimes women will know that the dude they are laying with has a girl and will leave evidence for the girl so they know that their man is outside in the streets. This is a woman looking out for the other woman. Mm-hmm. Which is, again, why you probably would want to assess your situation. Make sure you're looking at you should know everything in your house. So when it's done, that's just one of the rules. I hate to give anybody advice on how to be a dirtbag, but you got to assess your situation. Plus, that whole after she left, I passed out.
No, you have to do the checklist, bro.
You got to go through the house and clean that night. You don't go to bed and then wake up and then your girl's at the door and there's 2 glasses and a bottle.
Exactly.
And all of that.
That's how you get caught up. The sleeping part is how you get caught up.
Yeah.
So the checklist is one thing that, like, you always got to do the checklist before she leaves. The other thing that you always have to remember too, and like, again, I'm not condoning people cheating. I kind of mean. All right, I'm not condoning. But the thing is, they always leave something and they're always going to take something. What they take? Always a hoodie. They always take like a shirt. They take something of yours, but they always leave something. And like you said, on purpose, so that if there is somebody else, they get caught up.
This is funny in the 727 said, I threw a sweatshirt away because I wasn't sure if it was my ladies or the random that I was with.
There you go.
You always do a check after they leave, house and car.
Yes. They always
I didn't even think about that. The car, too. Yeah, because if they mess around and stick something in the cup holder or something and you're like, yo, that's not us, you got to assess. And it's not like you're endorsing, but it's a good conversation to have, just to be clear, because I can hear people rolling their eyes already. Note to self, don't date Orlando or Rich.
We're not saying you should cheat.
No.
We're just trying to give you ways that...
I'm answering a confession email. The dude got busted, and he's like, what am I supposed to do? Pat him down. No, you're not supposed to pat him down, but you're supposed to do your due diligence as far as looking around and assessing. It's a conversation that you can have with a grown-up without... Y'all are gross. Did you just see that?
Yeah,
we're not being gross. We're just,
there's
somebody who's in a need, and he was asking just generally speaking. I'm not telling anybody to go do this, but I'm saying if you are doing it, you got to at least put in the effort.
Out of the 813, it sounds like the girl friends with benefits, and he's upset. She got upset since they are casual, but she thought they were in a relationship. See, that's the communication thing right there. Because if they were really friends with benefits, then he wouldn't really have to worry about having the other things at the house.
There are a lot of texts that are coming in. I'm gonna have me looking at my husband crazy after dinner tonight. Like, I'm not saying that anybody and your man is doing anything wrong, okay? I'm just saying that this is happening with single dating people. Your husband at dinner, that's a whole different guy. He's committed to the game. Rich and O ain't players. They just crushed a lot.
Big pun. In the words of Big Pun.
He dropped the ball again. This is someone saying he dropped the ball, and Rich is right about handing them their underwear. I legit do this subconsciously.
You have to. The first thing is the underwear, because they always leave it. Because they always are like, oh, I left it. I got to come back.
Nobody leaves their underwear on accident.
It's not just the underwear, though. They always leave something so that they could get that circle back. Like, oh, I left this at your house. I need to come and get it again.
Okay, so while we're here, there's some things that you probably should mention. Your trash has to be checked.
Always.
Gotta have it. And I wouldn't say empty it because that makes you look guilty, but just look inside. Grab whatever is in there that's foreign. Also, make sure, like that person just said that we didn't think about, you have to check your car. You have to make sure that you clean up your space after they leave, but before they come, assess everything that is in your house. If you have a house that is too messy to assess, then you need to do some cleaning. Then you need to look around, look at everything on your cabinet in your bathroom, look at everything on your counter and dresser in your room to make sure that there's nothing in there that looks awry when she leaves, and then your game is safe.
There's a couple of other spots. The shower. You got to check the shower just in case they do the before. If they shower before or after, you got to check the shower because the hair always in there.
Towels. Boom. Put the towels in, get those washed with the sheets before you crash out.
They're like, is this a confession or is this Mansers?
Well, no, Mansers is man answers for women who want to get the stuff at which, all right, okay, so wait, but I like that question. We probably should have Mansers today to balance it out for the ladies.
We should
have it. Since this guy is getting our help on this aspect, we should probably come back with Mansers and do that. So that's a good.
I think we should do
good point out right there.
But to get out of this situation, because we don't want to make it all about cheating. One, you need to have that line of communication with your girl, your friends with benefits, the one that you call friends with benefits. That needs to be spoken about, and all the parameters about your friends with benefits thing needs to be talked about before, because it kind of sounds like your friends with benefits thinks that was your girlfriend.
I just have to go through some of these texts real quick. Y'all are so wrong for this. 813, y'all doing too much right now. Out of the 863, keep dropping these gems.
Y'all are some creeps.
Let's see. This says, don't forget to check for hair. That is from Glenda. This not rich in Orlando teaching men how to cheat. 727, wipe down with bleach. Covers any feminine sense. Like, this is kind of crazy.
I got to say this too. One other spot that you do have to check is the refrigerator. And the reason why I say this, sometimes these girls be trying to leave like little cute messages on your refrigerator. Like, hey, baby, when you wake up. No, I'm telling you. They do it.
I thought you were going to use the common sense thing of if you come back, like if they come to your house and they throw something in the fridge, like they have a bottle of water or juice or something that they put in the fridge with that lipstick on it. That's why you check the fridge. Ain't nobody leaving no cute notes on the fridge or whatever.
No. You'd be surprised.
That's somebody who's trying to set you up.
That's a good point, though, too. You should check the fridge for any extra food, any of that stuff. But I'm telling you, the little notes, they do that purposely, just in case another girl comes through, that it's already there. But also, what they really do it for is to check if it's there when they get back.
Somebody at 863 said too much, Rich.
No, I'm telling you.
And also out of the 863, I am disappointed in today's message you guys are sending. He said he lost a good one. He deserved it. That's the final answer.